it's essential that we understand what grit is, because we could play whatever, we could play football for however long we want, but if we don't have the definition of what we're actually doing or what we're supposed to have, we won't be at the top of our game. And again, that's the aim of these calls every Thursday, is to make sure that we understand who we are. So when we step onto the football field, everything makes sense. You don't have to double think. You don't have to make excuses. You just do, like David Goggins just said, right? So write that down. So we're gonna go through three essential keys of what grit is, and then one key of what grit is not. So grit is effort over time. Effort over time, which means showing up every day, not missing workouts, and doing the extra reps. I'm pretty sure if you haven't seen it, I will find the picture. There's a picture of it's after football practice or during football practice, and it's just a picture, right? And you have guys running to the goal line and back, and everybody is touching the line except for the guy closest to the camera. You don't, you all you see is his feet, but you can tell that guy doesn't go the entire way because he's the only one who stops a half a yard short of the goal line. So the part I want to talk about in this in the breakdown of effort over time is don't doing the extra reps. So imagine they ran, let's say 50 50 50 sprints from the 10-yard line to the goal line and back. Well, 50 divided by half, that's 25, right? Here's what I want to get to. That player in the picture that stopped at half a yard lost 25 yards before even starting the game. 25 yards of conditioning, 25 yards of doing the what is asked of him less. And now I ask you, is the effort that much more? Like, do I have to ask that much more of myself to give half a yard more to make sure I do what is required of the team? The answer is no. But we have to pay attention in everything we do. Not only working out, guys, in every aspect of our lives. Am I doing that a bit of extra? Am I doing that little bit of extra? Because at the end of the day, after every single day of doing that little bit of extra, instead of being minus 25 yards, I am plus 1,000 yards. All right, but Coach Jamal, like, I'm not in the game yet. It matters little that you're not in the game yet. What matters is that your brain is registering you are a person who does the extra rep. So when you step onto the field and you're playing against people who just do what is required of them, you have already won ahead of time. But remember, if you stop a half a yard short, you have already lost ahead of time. So always give that little bit, because it compounds. And at the end of the off season, when you go into your season and you start, you have already won. You're already above average. All right. So let me say that one more time. Here, I'll put it in the chat so you guys can write it down. And again, please note these. Effort over time, showing up every day, not missing workouts, doing the extra reps. All right. Oh, this is big. This actually goes with number one. It's not one big day. It's not one big day. It's a lot of regular days done right, consistently. Point number two. Grit is mental toughness. You mess up a play, you reset. You mess up a drill, you reset. You mess up a rep, you reset. You're tired, you still execute. You're not starting, you still prepare. You finish your season, you're in your off season, you didn't start last year. What did I do that made it so that I did not start? Is it really that I'm not good enough, or did I not do the extra reps to make sure that I'm the best that I can be? Am I really acting like a starter? These are questions we need to ask ourselves. So you mess something up, reset and do it again. Do it until you get it right. There's nothing wrong with that. Because remember, with every time that you reset and you do it again, you're not doing it from scratch. You're doing it with more ability. And so you're beating on your craft every single time that you reset. Whether it's a cone drill, whether it's running a 3-step slant, whether it's running a 1-step slant, whether it's running a post. Your brain is registering how many steps, how many steps, how many steps, how many steps. And I love to talk about this because it's amazing that when you repeat it enough, it just stays in your mind forever. So this, when was it? Tuesday night, I had the chance to be a guest coach at a practice for a junior team. And during practice, I was coaching the receivers. We're in Indy, and there are no lines on the field. And my bro, Miles, he's coaching the QBs. He says, bro, this is where we're going to run, bam, bam, bam. And I calculate just with my feet, put the cones, go through the door. Everything as if I had never stopped coaching in my life. And that's just it. Because all the times that I went through the drills and I messed them up and I missed and I cut it short, and then I had to do it again and tell myself, okay, go to the right depth, go through the doors, do it again and again and again and again and again until you do it automatically. You mess up a play, you mess up a drill, set it up and get and go. Don't spend time in and I messed it up. I don't know what I'm going to do now. Oh, no, you know exactly what to do. Do it again. And do it again and do it again. So I'm going to put that in the chat. There you go. You don't let emotions control your actions. What did we just say? I mess up, I do it again. I don't spend time in my thought of why I messed up and it's not working. If you want to analyze afterwards, great. Make sure you're filming yourself so you can go analyze, that's why I messed up. My foot was a bit more to the right, so I didn't make it back down in time. Right? You go analyze after. But you mess something up, go back and do it again. All right. Number 3, grit is a long-term commitment. And I love this because as a football player, that's basically what we do, is just a full off season of grit. You are literally working out day after day. You are studying your craft, beating on your craft, perfecting your craft every single day for 8 to 9 months. Right? And then you go into your season where you go have fun. So it's a long-term commitment. You stick with the process every single day. You trust development. It's not because so you understand that it's not because I go to the gym once or twice that the results are going to show up. I understand that it's because I go to the gym and I follow each phase that is given to me on my workout program consistently, week after week and month after month, that when I go into the season, when I get into the season, my body is prepared, that it is at its peak performance for when I get there. And you don't quit when it's slow, when you don't see the results. You never quit. As a football player, it's not even an option. That word is I don't even know why I said that. It doesn't exist. Quitting doesn't exist. Does it have to be an obsession, Coach Jay? It does have to be an obsession. Jim Rohn said, I'll put it this way. I'll do it or die. I'm not saying we got to die. But what I'm saying is we got to give every single thing that we have. And it's funny, I watched, it's a 5-second reel of a movie that came out this past year. And the guy's yelling in the QB's face. He said, "What are you willing to sacrifice?" And the QB responds with, "Everything." What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to invest into yourself to make sure that you make it? Through the good, the great, the bad, the horrible times. Here's another question. Who are you willing to become to go through those moments and learn from them? All right. So I'll put point number 3. And again, guys, I said it on day 1. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to give you some keys, give you some tools, give you some questions so you can find some answers on your own. You can find the answers in the study of yourself. Find answers in the repetitions done with your teammates. That's why I'm here. So grit is staying locked in even when progress is invisible. It feels like you're going through you are going through the motions, and it feels like nothing is moving. But remember, what did we say? Actually, it's not because we messed something up that we don't do it again. But every time I do it again and I do it again and I do it again, your brain is physically changing. And that's what we need to remember with every rep that I do again and again and again and again. And we'll end on this, guys. What grit is not? And this is so important. Grit, it's not hype. It's not. It's not you get up in the morning, let's go. I'm going to do all this stuff. Man, I watched my motivational videos. I contacted 4 of my 4 receivers on the squad. We're going to the field. I'm so hyped. It's not that. It's not that. It's not motivation. Today I feel motivated. I'm great. Let's go. I don't know how long it'll last, but it's lasting right now. Great. You do have to take advantage of motivation when it's there, but it's not grit. It's not talent. You could be the most talented person in the world. Step onto the football field making plays, but it's not that. It's not because you have a God given talent that you have grit. And it's not one good week. It's every day. Every regular day repeated over and over and over again, almost to a perfection. We all know that perfection doesn't exist. And I didn't have this quote in the notes, but Vince Lombardi, one of the greatest football coaches, arguably the best football coach to have coached in the history of the world, we'll say the NFL, but which is the world, said, we cannot achieve perfection, but on our way to achieving perfection, we can achieve excellence. So keep that in mind. And so here's what grit is, guys. It's quiet. It's those moments when you have your headphones in and you're on the bench or you're under the bar in the squat and you're going through those regular movements, right? It's when you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you see you. It's built in the days that nobody sees. It's built in the moments where you are alone. And what's cool, oh sorry, 626 guys. I just said that and I watched a reel today. It says that a tree actually grows 2 ways. It grows in the dark. So you plant the seed in the dark, right? And before it goes up, it must go down. It starts to plant its roots. Nobody sees that work. Nobody really understands what's going on. And then when the foundation is built and is strong enough, it starts to grow. And what happens? It pierces. There's resistance. It pierces the ground to then create this beautiful tree. But what happens is the work that has to be done when nobody's watching has to happen. And it has to be every day. And when the season comes around and you have become that tree, everybody sees it. How did you do it? I just kept doing it every single day. There's no magic formula. So on that note, guys, make sure you take these. You've noted these notes in your book, because as you write, your brain is registering. Go watch some David Goggins. When you don't feel like it, trust me, just put 2 minutes of David Goggins. You will never, you will feel like it for the rest of your life. On that note, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back on next Thursday for our next session. Have a blessed evening, and thank you for tuning in. This makes the entire difference for you, for me, and for us. It went by really fast. Thank you. Have a great one. Take care. Have a blessed one. Ooh.